confession story time. Back when I was in high school and college, I had no romantic or sexual attraction to women. Makes sense now, but my mother was very confused about that and concerned at the time. We went to multiple doctors because of this. We finally ended up at a holistic doctor. So sophomore year of college, this holistic doctor did a hormone panel. Not only was it discovered that I had the testosterone levels of that of a prepubescent middle school boy, but he came to the realization that I never went through puberty, even as a sophomore year college student. So because of that, I went through hormone replacement therapy and was put on testosterone, and as a 19-year-old sophomore college student, went through puberty. Once my testosterone levels were normal, I then realized that I was gay, because then suddenly I had a sex drive. So that's the story of how my own version of conversion therapy made me more gay. Pretty sure to this day my mother still blames that doctor for turning me gay.
I want you to show me if you can get far. Step on the gas. Step on the gas. Step on the gas.
Today I want to tell you a story about why representation matters. When I came out and started transitioning when I was 19, there wasn't a lot of representation of people like me, except in special places on the internet. The other day, I got a comment from a young trans kid saying how important it was for them to see trans people over 30 thriving. How can you not realize how bad it is when children are excited at the possibility that they might live to see 30?
Oh, hey, I was just looking in the Bible for where it says to respond to homosexuals with exclusion and violence. It says love your neighbor. I know that's not it. Love your enemy. That can't be it. He who is without sin casts the first stone. No. Compassion, mercy. This isn't... What is wrong? Oh, this is a Christian Bible. Richard, I said I needed the Republican Bible. You know, the one with white Jesus in it.
Welcome to Things in My College Apartment That Just Makes Sense. To start us off, we got not one, but two pride flags. Next to the door, we have a first aid kit that is, well, Velcro to the wall. And it is kind of a bitch to put back on the wall, actually. Got a nice whiteboard where we leave nice notes to each other. And we have a calendar of Barack Obama is my boyfriend. Into the kitchen, we have Mr. HPV just hanging on to the light here. What are we cooking? I'm glad you asked. This is a potion. It's a mixture of Mountain Dew, cornstarch, and Kool-Aid. As far as light fixtures go, you've heard of our 17 different ceiling titties. Now get ready for unicorn Christmas lights in our living room. We've also got door decks we made. They're Homestuck themed. I'm really sorry. In our living room, we've got a large stack of board games, podcast equipment, and a whiteboard. And how could I forget the alligator head that watches over us at all times? All hail Mr. Alligator Head.
Hey babe. Yeah, what's up? If you could kiss me for $100 or kiss the hottest woman in the world for $1,000, who would you pick?
Oh, I'd kiss you for $100.
But who do you think the hottest girl in the world is?
Emma Watson.
Tell me I'm wrong. I'm bisexual, so I can't.
I do it for the girls and the gays and to promote human rights and acceptance. That's it. The queens and the queers and people with the basic human capabilities of respect and sympathy. Yeah, they love it, my shit.
So all four of our sisters get to be on the wall, but we don't. Can you tell me why?
Because we have not been betrothed to men. It's go time.
Here's the before shots. But luckily,
We have a plan.
Shout out to Victoria and Connor Photography for taking these photos and asking absolutely no questions. Hell yeah. This one's my personal favorite. Alright. So, I think that's a huge improvement. How long do you think it'll be until she notices? 3 years.
My mom told me that when I was like 5, I went to my preschool teacher and I was like, I don't want to grow up because I don't want to have a husband. And she said, oh, you don't have to, you could have a wife. And I said, that sounds like a really good solution.
I don't understand why my existence is up for discussion. I don't understand why my joy is criminal. I don't understand why my anatomy matters to people I've never met. I don't understand why trans people aren't treated like humans.
I can whip it up, fix you up straight away. Come on, let's talk about it in the background. What are you, fucking gay?
Is it terrifying?
No, I don't think so. It's the way it is, you know. Everything must come to an end. The drip finally stops.
See you on the other side.
Oh, Bojack, no. There is no other side. This is it.
Wipe it down. Wipe it down. Wipe.
Skittles are now black and white for a short period of time in honor for Pride Month, because only one rainbow matters during Pride. And they will also be donating some of the proceeds to LGBTQ plus charities. And all I have to say about this is kudos to Skittles, because this is what we actually want to see instead of big corporations changing their logos to be rainbow for their financial benefit.
My favorite way of complimenting people is telling them that I would let them graphically injure me instead of just paying them a normal compliment. For example, I think that saying, oh my god, I would let you hit me with a semi-truck 47 times and then cannibalize me, just hits so much better than saying, oh my god, I think you're so pretty.
And, you know, basically, you know, fucking, you know, motherfucker, like.
Wanna know something weird? What's up? So I'm super gay, right? Obviously. A lot of people talk about how they always knew they were gay, but I didn't. That's not that weird. No, but like in high school I was kind of boy crazy. Sure. Okay, well also, when I wanted to cut my hair short, it was actually a really tough decision. Uh-huh. Even though it objectively looks better on me. Right. Okay, can you just think like one thing about me is interesting? I do find you interesting. Nice. What I don't find interesting is our obsession with male desire. Well, I don't. No, but I bet the concept of it was really hard for you to let go of. Kind of like how bisexual women are just seen as straight women experimenting and bisexual men are just seen as gay men closeted, both of which are ideas about people secretly being exclusively attracted to men. Huh. And even if you're not attracted to men, I bet it was really hard for you to cut your hair because it felt like you were publicly denouncing any chance of a man being attracted to you. Oh. How can anyone expect your desire for women or non-binary people to come easily when we systematically devalue it and in most cases convince you that it doesn't exist? Well, that's like what I was gonna say, so.
It was an honor meeting you, Prince Henry. Bye-bye now. Ugh, is he gone? Been dying to get out of this dress. I really just want to wear my pantaloons. Wasn't he dreamy? He was okay. But how are you doing?
I can't even tell this story and not cry. I used to manage an LGBT bookstore when bookstores were still a thing. One night a caller says he thinks he might be gay and is considering self-harm. We were not a crisis center, but as long as we're talking, he's safe, right? So I talk to this guy and answer questions, and I try to be encouraging, and I may be sounding a little frantic, and I'm definitely ignoring the 4 to 5 customers in the store, and this angel of a woman puts her hand on my shoulder and asks for the phone. My turn, she says. And she, this 50-something lesbian, talks to this stranger on the phone, and a line forms behind her. Every customer in that store knows that call, knows that feeling. And every person takes a turn talking to that man. That story comforts me so much to this day.
If you're part of the LGBTQIA community, stop scrolling. Listen, with Pride right around the corner and my new TikTok motto being don't debate, educate, this is my new series called History, but make it queer. The series where I teach you about how us queers got here and who fought for us along the way. And this is where we start. In 1924, Henry Gerber founded the Society for Human Rights, which would later become the first recognized gay rights organization in America. Gerber made a 3-point strategy for how he was going to win what he referred to as homosexual emancipation. The first point being that they wanted to hold lectures to show how they were being treated in society. The second, they wanted to found a publication so that other people in the gay community could know how their efforts were progressing. And third, they wanted to educate authorities on the unjust long prison sentences for people committing homosexual acts. And they did in fact start America's first gay interest publication called Friendship and Freedom. But a few months later, the police barged in on the society and Henry Gerber and arrested him and 3 other people on false accusations. His charges would later be dropped, however it cost him his entire life savings, which caused the society to dismantle. Henry Gerber's work was pivotal in gay rights, and that's why his apartment is now landmarked.
If you're not a part of the LGBTQ community, then stop using the LGBTQ hashtag. I didn't get excommunicated from my family just so you can get more views on your TikTok.
My TikToks that do really well are usually ones where I talk about being gay or hating America. So if you're gay or hate America, please come join me. Come join the party.
Put a finger down if you grew up in a really small town conservative area in a really conservative and religious family, so you weren't exposed to literally any type of diversity at all, and by the time you're 18 you realized you were gay, but you only told 2 friends because you had actually never met another gay person in your entire life, so you thought it was kind of weird and you definitely couldn't let it get out that you were gay because that would not be okay with anyone. And then the summer before your freshman year of college, you got a job at your dad's company because they needed some extra help and you needed some extra money, and on your first day your supervisor and a coworker offered to take you out to lunch to celebrate your first day or whatever, and so you get in the back seat of this girl's car and she's 25 and cute and normal and super successful, and you look up to the little sun visor in front of her driver's seat and there's a photo booth strip of her and her girlfriend kissing and cuddling and stuff, and you realize that she's gay and she's the first gay person that you've ever met in your entire life, and she's cute and normal and successful, and you never thought that was a possibility for you, but then you realize that maybe you could be like her someday, so you break down and start sobbing in the back seat of her car.
Do you guys remember that thing I talked about? These are the only states where it's illegal. How is it okay? How is it okay that if you feel threatened by a gay person, you can just kill them because you've gone temporarily insane? Because what, they flirted with you? You're that insecure in your own sexuality that you think it should be okay to murder a gay person because they flirted with you.
If you know any of these throwbacks, you're absolutely gay. Sorry, I don't make the rules.
You could be my it girl, baby, it's girl, loving you could be. There's a lot of pretty girls in this city. There's a lot of pretty, beautiful girls all over the world. Way too beautiful, girl. That's why it'll never work. Could write you a song to make you fall in love. I would already have you up under my arm. Like whoa, girls gotta love like whoa. Teeth, you tell your boyfriend if he says he's got beef that I'm a vegetarian and I ain't fucking scared of him.
As a bi girl, I get asked all the time,
What's your type? I can't tell.
Now, my initial reaction to this is, that's the point!
However,
I think I figured it out. My type? Anyone from the movie Atlantis. They're all gorgeous bitches. I dare one of you to disagree.
nerd boy in bow tie, sassy sweet princess, Latina mechanic.
I didn't even know that was a subsection of lesbian, but it's valid. So valid.
Buff dude with emotion. And this one right here, this lady, she will turn you gay just by looking at you in your direction.
I'll even take the pyromaniac with daddy issues.
If I treated my girlfriend like I treat my cat.
Oh, I missed you so much. So hungry. Oh, you hungry girl.
pretty, so pretty. What's that?
Pedophiles don't belong in the LGBTQ community. They belong in prison.
Hi, and thank you for coming to my second presentation on whether or not this furniture is homophobic, starting right away with the bar stool. While some can be ride or dies for the lesbian community, this one is not. He's tied to sports, which can already be problematic, but on his way here today, he committed a hate crime. Next, we have the flower couch. She is a trans icon. She's a mentor and ally to everyone in the community, and she deserves your respect and rights. Next, we have the butterfly chair. She is your classic white girl homophobe. She will yes queen into the dawn with her gay best friend, but the minute a lesbian shows up, she's going to disappear faster than you can say U-Haul. Next, we have the bed. They are 100% an ally. They're always there for us when we need them, and I believe that they should get a second B in the acronym that stands for bed. Next, we have the writing desk. They love the gays, they love gay style, and they'll sometimes pretend to be gay for clout, but don't you dare ever think about hitting on them. And finally, we have the car. Need I say more? Thank you.
Quick trigger warning. A few weeks ago in Indonesia, a trans woman was burned to death. The police will not charge anyone for her murder because they say it was unintentional, even though the group of men who killed her doused her in gasoline before burning her to death. This cannot be left in the dark, and this cannot go unnoticed. Trans women are people too.
Non-binary dysphoria be like, I don't know if I'm a boy in a lesbian suit or a lesbian in a boy suit. And honestly,
I now call into session the meeting of the gays. Trans women, have you effectively infiltrated the women's bathroom? Yes, we have successfully made the Karens uncomfortable. Good. And gay men, have you made straight men uncomfortable enough this week? Of course, it is as our sole purpose. Lesbians, have you had a crush on your straight friend? Of course. What lesbian wouldn't want some random straight girl? Bisexuals, have you managed to confuse enough boomers? Of course, we're always doing our best work. Hey aces and A-Rows, how are you doing? Shit, I forgot you guys don't exist. Well, thus concludes a meeting of the Gay Council.
Meow.